Counter-terrorism police have urged the public to be vigilant over the bank holiday weekend in the face of the increased terrorism threat. They said there was no specific threat in relation to events taking place, but that crowded places were particularly vulnerable. There have already been 3 attacks in London this year: Westminster Bridge, London Bridgeborough Market and Finsbury Park, and one in Manchester at an Ariana Grande concert. The attacks have prompted a sharp increase in the number of requests for armed police presence at events. Not all can be or are deemed necessary to be met, but the National Police Chiefs Council said officers had been focusing on improving security measures across a range of sectors. Among the events taking place this weekend are Reading and Leeds festivals, and Notting Hill Carnival in West London, as well as a busy sporting calendar, including a full programme of football, the Women's Rugby Union World Cup Final, the Rugby League Challenge Cup Final, the British Moto Grand Prix at Silverstone and the second test between England and the West Indies at Headingley. DCS Scott Wilson, the National Coordinator for Protect and Prepare, said while there is no information to suggest that any event is facing an increased risk of attack, the fact is that the UK's threat level remains at severe, which means an attack is highly likely. We know only too well that tragic events can happen without warning at any time or place, and crowded places can be particularly vulnerable. With so many events taking place this weekend, we want as many people as possible to know exactly how to keep themselves and others safe. Counter-terrorism officers have already trained football stewards, as well as festival and event staff in how to spot suspicious behavior and what to do in the event of an attack, but Wilson said it was important for the public to arm themselves with such knowledge as well. 36 people have been killed and more than 200 injured in terrorist attacks in the UK this year. Last week, a Spanish terrorist cell carried out attacks in Barcelona and Cambrils, killing 15, and injuring scores more, many of them seriously. The UK's most senior counter-terrorism officer, Assistant Commissioner Mark Rowley, said there had been a shift in the nature of the terrorist threat to the UK. He said there had been a large increase in the number of calls to the confidential anti-terrorism hotline, but added just as important is equipping yourself with some basic knowledge that will help keep you safe. The Security Minister Ben Wallace said the recent terror attacks in the UK and across Europe have been a shocking reminder of the threat we all face. This is a job for all of us. The public also have a vital role to play as they are ideally placed to notice activity which is unusual. Families and communities should enjoy themselves this bank holiday, while remaining alert but not alarmed by the threat, and report any concerns to the police.